The African Development Bank has a long history of financing regional projects, fostering regional integration and national investments across the continent. The AfDB, which commenced its operations on the east of the continent in 1969, says there are a number of issues posing challenges for regional integration efforts in the Eastern Africa region. But they also emphasize that there are also opportunities. Nnenna Nwabufo, the Acting Director General of the East Africa Regional Office of the AfDB, now joins us to discuss the bank's strategy for the region. Nnenna, a pleasure to have you join us for this conversation. Now, Dr. Adesina has just been re-elected as the president of the AfDB for a second term of 5 years. Can you tell us what key initiatives and projects the bank has implemented and the results that you've seen in the past 5 years?
Thank you very much. In the last 5 years, the bank has approved about $43 billion for development projects and initiatives in Africa. In addition, we also received $4 billion as co-financing from our development partners. Of this amount, the East African region received about $11 billion. And currently, the bank's portfolio in East Africa totals about $13.5 billion, which is about 22% of bank-wide portfolio. When Dr. Adesina was first elected as president, he had proposed that the bank's 10-year strategy should be implemented through the high fives: Light Up and Power Africa, Feed Africa, Industrialize Africa, Integrate Africa, and improve the quality of life for the people of Africa. For the Light Up and Power Africa initiative during the past 5 years, despite that the projects are still under implementation in East Africa, we have achieved the installation of 79 megawatts of new power capacity. In addition, about 5,000 kilometers of power distribution lines have been constructed. About 1,500 kilometers of power transmission lines were installed. And overall, 872,000 people in East Africa were provided with new electricity connections. In order to feed Africa, so far, 29 million people in the region benefited from improvements in agriculture. We reached 140,000 of the rural population to use improved farming technology. 7,800 kilometers of feeder roads have been built or rehabilitated, while a total of 5,000 tons of agricultural inputs were provided. To industrialize Africa also, the bank is working with other development partners to support enterprises of all sizes to promote productivity along international value chains. Yeah. The bank's private sector projects supported 1.2 million people, and our projects also provided 39 million people in East Africa with improved access to transport. Additionally, 174,000 micro, small, and medium enterprises accessed our financial services, especially through lines of credit with commercial banks. Sure. In integrating Africa, our growing portfolio of regional projects is guided by our regional integration strategic framework. The bank has supported the construction or rehabilitation of about 1,000 kilometers of roads that strengthen regional integration and trade in the East African community. Sure. These projects are opening up rural communities, reducing travel times and costs, and also enhancing road safety. The bank is also supporting the African Union Commission to operationalize the African Continental Free Trade Area. To improve the quality of lives of people of Africa and East Africa in the course of the past 5 years, 8.7 million persons have benefited from the bank's water and sanitation interventions. We have also provided 1.9 million people with jobs, 200,000 people with better access to education, and another 209,000 people with technical and vocational training. We are working to increase skills in science and technology, and our flagship Jobs for Youth program will help ensure that young people are equipped with the skills they need for the jobs of the future. One last key point is that about 50% of the beneficiaries of all these are women. Thank you.
Which is great, absolutely. I think that's how work has to be lauded. And Nnenna, I wanted to say, so this is what happened in the first term. I wanted to talk a little bit about what is happening now. Obviously, we've had the COVID-19 pandemic, and I know the bank has set aside $10 billion to try to help African economies. Quick question around that is, given the needs of our continent, is that enough? And then secondly, how is the bank going to help Africa pull up from its first recession in 25 years to ensure that we have growth in 2021, 2022 and beyond?
Well, I can say that the next 5 years, this second part of Dr. Adesina's mandate, we are looking forward to greater achievements. Definitely, like you said, the bank is providing a $10 billion facility to help support African countries to fight COVID. The point is not whether it's enough or not enough. The point is that there are so many development partners coming on board to join Africa. The needs in Africa are huge, and we are looking forward to working with our development partners in this area. But importantly, I just want to say that we have had a very successful year and first tenure at the bank. First of all, we recently had a very successful general capital increase and ADF 15 subscriptions. Thirdly, despite the challenging times, the bank's AAA rating was confirmed this year. Most importantly, 100% of our shareholders re-elected Dr. Adesina as the president of the bank for another 5 years. We have all the support we need to make our development impact felt across the continent. And we will continue to unlock Africa's potential by financing transformative projects in the high five areas through infrastructure development, regional integration, governance and accountability, and skills and technology. We are going to also scale up our support to private sector as a key engine of economic development and growth. And these will be implemented with special emphasis on gender, transition states, and agriculture and food security. Thank you very much.
Okay, Nnenna, many thanks to you for your time. Looks like a good place to definitely leave the conversation for now. Nnenna Nwabufo is the Acting Director General of the East Africa Regional Office of the African Development Bank.